Greetings! I hope you are doing well today, and I appreciate you joining me today. I want to talk about health IQ. My name is Dr. Jeanette, and I am a chronic pain specialist. And what exactly is health IQ? Well, IQ stands for intelligence quotient. So when we talk about health IQ, it's what is your IQ related to your health? What is your awareness and your knowledge about your own health? And how do you improve that? Well, first of all, understanding the basics of health, understanding the physical needs that your body has, understanding the mental, emotional, relational needs that your body has, understanding your financial health and how that relates to relational, mental, emotional, and physical health. And then also looking at and understanding your spiritual health. So I'm going to break this down a little bit. And I like to call this the 4 walls of health. The 4 walls of health that I've created in building your health home is your physical health. What does that include? It includes your needs, your physical needs, your nutrition, your exercise or physical activity. It includes your rest, your relaxation. It includes your environment, which might be, is your environment helping you or hindering you? What is the quality of your air? What is the quality of the ingredients that you are putting in your food? Are you exposed to a lot of chemicals? All of that stuff is going to be related to your physical health. What about your relational health? That includes your emotional health, your mental health, your relationships. Are you on an emotional roller coaster all the time? Are you mentally healthy? Meaning, do you have good self-esteem? Do you have a good support system? Are you engaged positively in your community, which also brings in relational health? Are your relationships healthy or are they toxic? Do you have healthy boundaries when it comes to how you relate to people? Then we look at financial health. Are you in debt? Are you worried about making ends meet? Are you living paycheck to paycheck? Is that creating extra stress in your life because you have credit card debt, you have a mortgage payment, you have expenses that exceed the amount of money you have coming in every week or every month? All of that also contributes to the other areas, because if you're stressed out about money, then you can manifest that stress about money physically through tension, muscle guarding, lack of sleep, not eating well because you're buying things that are cheap and not actually getting things that are higher quality. So your budget on your food is different and not contributing to overall health. Is your financial stress also impacting your relationships? Are there arguments that are occurring? Are you missing out on activities with friends because you can't afford it? All of that can be related to financial stress, which can feed into your relationships, your emotional well-being, your mental health, as well as your physical health. And then we look at spiritual health. Now, when a lot of people might not even consider that as part of their health system and their health IQ, but it is a proven fact in research that people who have hope and who have faith in something bigger than themselves, for me, that is Jesus Christ. That is my belief as a Christian. But for people who have hope and a faith in something bigger than themselves, the research shows that they are healthier, that they live longer lives, that if they are confronted with a disease like cancer, that they're more likely to overcome that disease because they have hope. So when we look at health IQ, we have to look at these 4 walls of health and have an understanding about what our basic needs are from a physical standpoint, from a mental, emotional, relational standpoint, from a financial standpoint, and from a spiritual standpoint. If you have questions about what am I doing physically? How am I doing mentally, emotionally, and relationally? How am I doing financially? How am I doing spiritually? If you have questions about that, do you know where to get answers from? Do you have resources in place that you can turn to, that you can trust? Because that is all part of a health IQ. It's having an awareness of knowing that you might not be perfect. You might be living in a reality of struggling. You might be on that struggle bus. You might be facing challenges. But a basic health IQ means that you are aware of that. You are aware that you have a problem that needs to be fixed, or you are in the process of fixing it, or you completely know exactly where you are physically, mentally, emotionally, relationally, financially, and spiritually, and you have a good understanding and a good grasp of that information and are taking steps to building healthy habits in all of those areas. So a health IQ is first about awareness. Second of all, it's about taking steps to identify the resources available to you. And number 3, it's taking steps to actually doing something to build healthy habits. So health IQ is not about being perfect in all areas of health. Health IQ is about awareness, about knowing your resources, and about taking steps to improving those 4 walls of health. So just to, in summary, with the 4 walls of health, this is how I build a health house when I work with clients. I help them physically, watching what they eat, using food as medicine, using movement as medicine, helping them restore their sleep cycle or their circadian rhythms, and helping them reduce toxins and chemicals and their ingredients that they consume or in the air that they're breathing. That's all physical. Then we look at emotional, mental, and relational. So I have resources available to you because I am not an expert in those, but there are resources that I can pass on to you, to people who are experts in those areas. And then so that's the second wall of health. So we have physical, we have relational, we have financial. Again, I'm not a financial expert, but I have resources available to people so that their financial stress comes down and doesn't impede their relational wall and doesn't impede their physical wall. And then we have the 4th one, which is spiritual health. And do you have a spiritual following or a belief system? What is your worldview? And for me, like I said, I'm a Christian, so I believe in Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. And that spiritual hope that I have helps to build me up. And as I stated earlier, the research proves that when people have a belief in something bigger than themselves, they live longer and lead healthier lives and can overcome physical, emotional, relational challenges that they may be impacted with. So your health IQ isn't about being perfect in any of those walls of health. It's about understanding and having an awareness of where you are in each of those walls. It's also having an understanding of where to find the resources when you need help. And it's also about taking steps to building up your health in each of those categories. I hope this helps you understand what your health IQ is, where you are with your health IQ, and what steps you can take to improve your health IQ. Any questions about that at all, reach out to me, either comment in the feed or reach out to me through private messenger. I'd be happy to work with you and kind of help you figure out where you are. Thanks a lot and have a great day.